Hello, welcome back to my channel. And today I want to talk about digital culture and just what a digital culture actually is. So, your business's digital culture is how you use digital tools and technologies within the workplace. So, that could be in terms of collaborating with team members, how you use it for communications as well, both internal and external, how you use it to do reporting. There are so many different ways, of course, now within businesses that we can use different pieces of software, different tools, different digital technologies, that actually it's hard to imagine a workplace that doesn't use some form of digital tool or technology. Digital culture is part of everything, every organization pretty much right now. So why do we need to think about our digital culture then? Well, that digital culture, of course, can be incredibly a positive culture. It can be a place where everyone is comfortable with the technologies used, where they feel they're used in a way that aids them in their role and helps them grow the business, rather than a negative way and ways that stop them being productive, that hold them back from doing their role, that make it tricky to collaborate and communicate. So you can see that a digital culture can go one of two ways. And it's really important as a business that you outline what your digital culture is and how to use that digital culture to advantage rather than disadvantage. So there are many digital tools and technologies that can be hugely transformative and also massively increase productivity, particularly now in this hybrid way of working where many companies have people working from home, others in the workplace. Then digital tools are obviously something that can be an amazing collaborative tool in helping bring workforces together, increase that engagement, and hopefully increase that productivity. But it's also worth discussing that in many organizations, there is a negative digital culture. What does that look like? It looks like trying to get on with work, but being notified constantly with emails or messages popping up while you're trying to get on with your role. And I've seen this in action in many businesses. For example, if they have teams running all the time in the background, and then people within the team able to communicate with each other, and it pings every time there's a new message coming through. That can be hugely disruptive when you're trying to focus on task, and it can absolutely decrease your productivity as a result. So that notification culture of having to always be alerted when there's a new email or a new message can be hugely disruptive. And then that can be really demotivating when you're trying to get on with something, but you're constantly being bombarded. So that would be an example of a negative digital culture. It's holding back individual motivation, individual success, and individual productivity. As well as that, when we use so many digital tools and techniques, it's easy to be constantly plugged into a screen, constantly be staring at other people on a Zoom call or answering emails or getting on with work in a digital way. And as a result, there isn't that time to just switch off, to take a break, to walk away from a screen, to maybe have a face-to-face meeting instead, to take a lunch hour and get outside and get some vitamin D and some, fresh air into your lungs. All of these are really important for productivity. And when we are plugged in all the time, it's actually really bad for our productivity. It really holds back our focus and attention. It's really demotivating. It really depletes our vitamin D. So it's really important that we take switch off time through the day, through the working day, to do exactly that, to switch off, to not be staring at some form of screen, to not be connected, to not have the ping of notifications coming through. And also, when we leave the workplace, which might be physically leaving the workplace, or it might be shutting down at home at the end of a day, then making sure that we're not creating a culture where it's expected for people to check in outside of their contractual hours. I get it if someone is on call and they are actually being paid to be on call, that's a different matter. But if someone is now in their own time, out of work hours, the digital culture should encourage that they shouldn't be checking in with emails, they shouldn't be logging in, they shouldn't be doing any work. Because the problem with the digital world now is that when we leave the workplace, we can carry on working thanks to the ability to plug in from anywhere in the world. And the problem with that is it means that we are plugging in. We're plugging in our evenings, our weekends, our holidays. And so a positive digital culture should encourage employees to switch off. And that's really important for productivity. We've just seen actually here in the UK, they've been testing the 4-day working week, and many of the firms who have been testing it out are sticking with that because they found productivity has gone up despite the decrease in working hours. And that's because people are having time to switch off, to walk away, to have their own time. And when we expect people to plug in that time, then it's not time off and it's not good for productivity. So, a positive digital culture also encourages that we don't have to plug in, we don't have to switch on outside of working hours. So, what is your digital culture like as an organization? You can look at this in numerous ways. You can run surveys of those within your organization. You can run some analysis of how long people are spending online versus offline during the working day. We can look at how many people are plugging in the evening. And if you would love to chat to me about this more, I would love to come and help you improve your digital culture in your organization. I've popped my LinkedIn link below. Please do come and connect with me on LinkedIn. You can send me a message on there. Let me know you watched this video and that you would love to work with me in improving your digital culture within your organization. And I share lots around digital well-being in the workplace and for individuals on my channel. So please do hit the subscribe button as well. You can hit my face on the end slide in any second now, and that will allow you to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.